Dark States and Dragon Empire have both had their quick start decks revealed going into the next season of Divine Z. In today's video, we'll be taking a review of what both these decks have to offer, as well as an idea of how we'll be moving forward into this next generation of Cardfight Vanguard. Over the past 2 weeks, we've gotten the reveal of the 2 start decks for Dragon Empire as well as Dark States. I'm super excited to review these cards and give my opinion on them and what they'll do in Divine Z, as well as how we'll move forward deck building with them. And as always, guys, if you enjoy seeing content like this, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Do not forget the notification bell so you guys are always up to date on my newest videos coming out. We'll start off with Dragon Empire, and I do want to give a huge shout out to Dawnbreaker. He has been in my Discord since the beginning, modifying it, helping me get up to where I want to be at, so that this way we can make it a good and fun community for everybody who follows the Prime Vanguard channel here. Alright you guys, so here is the reveal for the new card, starting off with the start deck and the contents it'll include. Now, these new start decks for Divine Z, as you can see here with the marked cards, is going to be predominantly vanilla. All of the cards you'll see here with the star on them will not have their effect variations in the quick start deck. They will have their effect variations in the first set of Divine Z in DZBTL1. Hopefully I didn't mess that up again. It'll be in that set instead. I will say now, I am very disappointed in this. I don't understand why they did not just follow the same suit as they did with the original overdressed start decks, making them $5, giving the player everything they need. They should have just followed that. But for whatever reason, they decided that this is the route that they want to go, and unfortunately, we, the community members, have to respect it. Now, the good thing is the fact that all the units here are brand new. There are no reprints here. We have predominantly all new units. I see a couple of reprints, but they're not relevant anyway. New ride line, you are also going to be given the energy crest card. Now, if you have not heard my discussion about that, it is in my prior video, but to quickly glance over it, it is the new resource management card that you will now need to play in all of your standard decks. It's not mandatory, but there's no reason not to play it, so you're going to get that in this quick start deck. Now we have the abilities of the ride line, so we'll go ahead and take a look at that first. Introducing our ride line for our main grade 3, we have our grade 0 Blade of Hot Air All Dots, Thunderous Flame Beast Carlor, and Thunderous Spark Beast Kaiten Rize. Starting off with the grade 0, it is your typical D-series starter. When rode upon, if you want second, you draw a card. The grade 1's following ability is Auto. When this unit is rode upon by Thunderous Spark Beast Kaiten Rize, cost Energy Blast 2 and draw a card. Continuous Rearguard Circle during your turn. If your Vanguard is a grade 3 or greater with Triumph Dragon in its card name, this unit gets power plus 5,000. Okay, this is a pretty generic effect, not bad at all. This is the first card we've seen that will be taking advantage of the energy resource as an Energy Blast of 2, hence the reason why you see EB on it. That means Energy Blast 2. You get at the start of the game 3 if you go second, and then at the beginning of every ride phase this card is active, you get an additional, you get 3 every single ride turn. So if you're going first, you're gonna go 0, 1, you'll get your energy crest, then 2, you'll start building up 3. If you go second, you'll go 0, 1, get your energy crest, and then you'll start off with 3. The grade 2 Thunderous Spark Beast Kaiten Rize has the effect of Auto. When this unit is rode upon by a grade 3 with Triumph Dragon in its card name, you may call this card to Rearguard Circle. If you did not call Energy Charge 3, Continuous Rearguard Circle. If you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Triumph Dragon in its card name, this unit gets shield plus 10,000. This one's not bad whatsoever. This Energy Charge 3 effect means that our Vanguard, I'm going to assume, has the ability to take advantage of the energy resource. Otherwise, I see no reason why you want to Energy Charge 3. Unless you want to get up to 3 from riding up, and then finally when you go into your grade 3, you'll have all of the energy needed to get the additional draw thanks to the effect of the Energy Crest. That's the only reason why I can think about that. Otherwise, this card being a 15k interceptor and a unit you can call out in the early game, not bad whatsoever. These are the supporting units that come in the trial deck. Now remember, they won't have their effects until they're printed out in the original set 1 for Divine Z. These cards will all just be vanilla. But when they do come out in the first set, these are the following effects and units that coincide with them. For the grade 1 unit that is listed here, we have Stealth Dragon, Kuda Musubi. Auto, when this card is discarded from hand during your ride phase, you may call this card to Rearguard Circle as rest. Straight up upgrade from the original like drop and call. I know a lot of like Lyrical and Keter got those, but now we have them for Dragon Empire. That's nice. The grade 2 that is listed here, the Gunslinging Dragon Spinal Assaulter. Auto rearguard circle once per turn. When your opponent's rearguard is retired by your grade 3 or greater Vanguard's ability, this unit gets power plus 10,000 until the end of turn. Okay, this one's not bad. This is Spinal Max's support because it is a Dino Dragon, so I'm always happy to see that. May or may not see play in the deck for Spinal Maxis, but for a trial deck, this is not horrible whatsoever. The next one is the grade 1 Drag Rider Yumna. Auto rearguard circle. When this unit boosts, if your opponent has 2 or less rear guards, cost Counterblast 1 and Energy Blast 2, draw a card, and this unit gets power plus 5,000 until the end of that battle. Yumna is clearly the best card from all 4 of these. I don't even need to read the next one. You get to convert your energy into a draw and then counterblast. For a counterblast of 1 to get 5k and a boost, not bad whatsoever. The beauty about these energy blast cards is the fact that because they're active when you ride, or not ride, but pass your ride phase every single turn, you will always have energy to use, and this is the only card so far that we've seen that actually uses CB and converts it into a draw and becomes a 13k booster, making a magic number. Not bad whatsoever, just the best card out of all of these. I don't even need to read the other one, but I will for the sake of the video. The last card is Stealth Fiend of Throwing Kagichi. Auto, when this card is discarded from hand during your ride phase, cost Soul Blast 1 and draw a card. A discount version of the Ride Cycler if you already do not possess them. This card is just Soul Blast 1, throws it away unless you draw a card. And now finally we have our grade 3 of the quick start deck, the main unit, which is Thunderous Dragon Triumph Dragon. Act Vanguard Circle once per turn, cost Counterblast 1. Search your deck for up to 1 card with the same card name as this unit, reveal it and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck, and this unit gets power plus 10,000 until end of turn. Auto Vanguard Circle, when this unit attacks a Vanguard, cost Energy Blast 4. Choose one of your opponent's rear guards, retire it, and this unit gets power plus 5,000, critical plus 1 until the end of that battle. I actually like this for a start deck. It's not that powerful, but it's still a good card for a new player. I do like the fact that this card lets you search out your Persona Ride and gets 10k, and then you have the Energy Blast ability, which means that once again, we're not using a lot of Counterblast and Soul Blast in this deck. We're using Energy instead, and then our CB right now is going to 2 cards, Yumna and this, meaning that we are able to expel those other different cards. Getting 5k a crit and then becoming a 10k buff and searching out your Persona Ride gives you a lot actually. This Vanguard does a lot, and it's actually not bad at all for a quick start deck. You get Compression, search out your Persona Ride, you get essentially 15,000 power plus 1 critical, all for 1 card, and you get to blow something up. That'll trigger the effect of the grade 2 Dino Dragon that comes with this deck, meaning that your units are hitting for better numbers, and you're guaranteeing Persona Ride going into your next turn, so your numbers are always good. Now, this card does not have the Divine Skill. I was under the impression we were supposed to be getting that from the trial deck cards, but I don't see anything for Divine Skill here, so I think that's not true whatsoever. But nonetheless, I actually do think this is good. I think that for a starting deck, this is not bad. The support role using the energy cards are not bad whatsoever. I think that this is how they're going to create new support moving in the future. You're going to have cards that are going to have really solid effects that are relying on energy instead of like Counterblast and Soul Blast, which will make deck building with the new 50 card rule a lot more fun moving forward in Standard. But that is my take on the Dragon Empire start deck. Now we're gonna go look at the Dark State start deck, which is the one I actually care about. Because the artwork on that Lion Manticore, I mean, it's dark, Pale Moon, like Dark State. So it's gonna be like some Chimera-ish thing. That's the card I'm really hyped for. So let's go ahead and see what that support does. And then I'll come back and give you my thoughts. Also, as a bonus, apparently Nirvana and Boss Sagrada got a promo. If you want to pause and read this, I'll leave the promo effect up here. Quick glance at it, I see Soul Charge, I see Revival, and I see adding cards to hand. So clearly it must be a good card. Alright, now we have the new Dark State support, so we have to read it from left to right. Our first card is Space-Time Soldier of Battle Break. Auto, when this card is discarded from your hand during your ride phase, costs Soul Blast 1 and draw 1. That's this card right here, the grade 2. It's from left to right, so remember. Once again, it's the same effect as the other card. You know, like I said, not bad. If the Dark State's Ride Cycler goes up in price, you can just play this instead. Soul Blast 1 to draw and then replace it is not bad whatsoever. For our next card, this grade 2 here, we have Full Pigment Dragon with the effect of Auto Rearguard Circle. When this unit attacks, if your Vanguard is a grade 3 or greater and has Oseragest in its card name, cost Counterblast 1, put 1 other front row rear guard to Soul and draw 1. Okay, that's not bad whatsoever. Counterblast 1 moves something from the front row to Soul, draw a card. Not bad whatsoever, I like that. Next up, we have Burning Extraordinary Talent Yushun. with the effect of auto rearguard circle when this unit boosts. If you have 5 or more cards in soul, cost counterblast 1 and energy blast 2, draw a card, and this unit gets power plus 5k until the end of that battle. This is just a Yuna clone. I already told you my thoughts about Yuna. This one has a restriction on it of the 5 or more cards in soul, which I think is just dumb. I think the counterblast 1, energy blast 2 should have been the restriction, but it is what it is. Next up, we have Scion Conga Mondo. With the effect of auto, when this card is discarded from your hand during your ride phase, you may call the card to rearguard circle as rest. Okay, so these last 2 cards right here, the 2 grade 1s, they're just clones from the Dragon Empire stuff. Alright, finally, the Dark States Beast. Here we go. We have Fierce Beast Demon King Oseragest. Act, Vanguard Circle once per turn, cost counterblast 1. Search your deck for up to 1 card with the same name as this unit, reveal it and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck and this unit gets power plus 10k until end of turn. Auto Vanguard Circle. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, cost energy blast 4. Choose a grade 3 or less card from your soul, call it to rearguard circle, and it gets power plus 10,000 until end of turn. That's actually pretty good. So the first effect is similar to the Dragon Empire one. You get to search out Persona Ride. I already discussed how good that is. You know, compression, Persona Ride, get 10k, make your Vanguard a magic number. But in this deck, it's actually a little bit better. So Oseragest is just a generic 4-attack Vanguard. With the effects of your other Dark State stuff, you can get up to 5 attacks in this deck. The great thing about this card that I like is the fact that it gives 10k to the unit being superior called. So even if your opponent pulls a damage trigger, your unit, with its effect and the effect of your other cards, should hit a magic number against them if they did not hit a defensive. Therefore, Oseragest's ability is pretty strong. Excuse me. On top of that is another Energy Blast effect, meaning that we can explore our Counterblast and Soul Blast of the resources to other cards. As we've seen from the trial deck support, the grade 2 is going to move one of your other stuff from the front row into the soul. So I guess the strategy here is you swing, use the grade 2, move something in there, use the effect of Oseragest, call something out, and then call something out over the grade 2. That's what this deck is giving. I actually really like this card. I think that on initial look, the Dark States version is definitely stronger than the Dragon Empire. They do this one is more of a multi-attack. That deck is going to be 3 attacks that hit you really, really hard. This deck is going to be multi-attacks that are trying to hit you hard. You know what? I'm actually not mad at this. I can't wait to build it in English. But Oseragest as well as Dark States are pretty good this season. That is my review on the new Dragon Empire and Dark States cards from the trial decks, guys. Thank you so much for staying tuned throughout the entirety of the video. Come next week, we should be getting one of the next reveals from these start decks, and I will give my opinions on that. If all of them are going to follow with the same effect, we know that the first ability is always going to be searching out Persona Ride. I'm not mad at that. We all know how powerful Persona Ride is. Considering the fact that these are start decks, Persona Ride is going to be core to their strategy for them to be good. I also think that the Energy Blast using of the energy thing means that players will now have a new focus to pay attention to, because you have Energy Blast, Counter Blast, and Soul Blast. Deck building is going to be really fun for Standard, and I can't wait to see what else is going to come out in the next couple of weeks. With that being said, I'll catch you later, guys. Peace.